Red flag that I seen a guy is having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
In all honesty, I've never been offended by mom's joke, but the fact that she said that on a show.
Mom, I just want an Oscar.
I never celebrate them. I never knew it was my birthday.
So when the song started and his mom appeared with that glowing tribute, Abraham was overwhelmed.
When I see the cake, I thought that is the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen.
The birthday cake.
It's not just a birthday cake. It's a blessing cake.
Are you gonna miss your mom?
No.
No? Oh, don't cry. Are you?
Maybe she would have sympathy for this mom.
My son crashed his first car, and I wanted him to be happy, so I gave him my car. And I wish I would have never gave him my car, because he used this car to take his life. Medical examiner, is my son dead? You alone? Yes, yes, no, my husband says my son dead.
Can you pull over if you're driving?
Babes, pull over right now, babes. Pull over, just pull over. Is my son dead?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Why? Why? My son is dead!
I wonder what she would say. Oh, an exception. You just found one detail. I'm like, okay.
I'll give you a hug. Seems like you got a lot going on, man. It's all right. It's all right, man. See, let it out, man. Let it out.
Then why, when we experience almost the same pain, they will always go to the ladies socially?
You are not his father. Jill, calm down, baby. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here. I'm here.
So I'll just shut the up!
I mean, I'm not saying that certain men are bigots. I'm not saying that certain men are racist. I'm not saying certain men are bad people, but at least they had purpose to be able to handle that stuff. But no, chop, you removed it. What did you put as a replacement?
You have fears and frustrations, Charlie Brown? Blockhead! 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 Here comes old Charlie Brown. Good old Charlie Brown. Yes, sir. How I hate him.
My mental health is off. Everybody go crazy about that too. Do you not think that affects someone mentally?
Like, not everyone can smile more, okay? Like, some people are dealing with shit.
I'm
okay?
sorry, dude.
And I come on here and I'm like trying to like be entertaining for you, but I'm miserable inside, and like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm respected at all.
You know, I should change. Why should I change? I'm never even gonna find out who I am. You want me to change? That's crazy.
And so I decided at that point, I guess, I don't need you.
Men have been creating cartoons with subliminal message a long time ago. I even felt more related to Charlie Brown and I was black. And a lot of people say, you can't be strong always, but I'm like, whenever I'm not strong, nobody is there.
If you're happy and you know it, don't really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
What's wrong? Jake, shelf. What? Jake, shelf.
I wish that there was more to this life. I wish it was better, but like, that's reality. And I hate reality right now. All I find myself doing is wishing that things were different, that things were better. And it's been like this for years, and I don't see it changing.
I can't talk to specific ladies, because if I talk too much about it, it's so negative. I bring the mood down. Then I feel bad for them.
rainbow over your head.
Oh my God. I ain't seen a rainbow in a long time. I guess things gonna get better.
Because oh my God, I'm always there. Okay, I'll never talk to you again. Then you talk to men. Be a man, get out. Oh, I'm pulling them also down, so they will give you one advice, and if it doesn't work,
Bye, have a great time.
I'm just happy that I'm married to a woman and our love is not transactional. We always give more than we're getting back the best way we can. And yes, I can handle bad, sad moments better than her. But then at the same time, I wish I could speak to her more about it, but I don't want to damage her either, because she gets affected if I talk about it. And I can force her to expect a perfect solution, because that's why we complement each other. We think different.
Men, you have got to stop dating ugly men. You've got to stop. I am so sick of walking down the street and seeing the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life with just some guy with a solid 4.
There was this one girl that came up to me and she was like, I've never met somebody as ugly as you. Like, you're so ugly. I remember saying, like, I know I'm ugly and I wish I was better looking, but I'm not.
I hate to have to report this. The breaking news just into CNN is that actor Robin Williams is dead at the age of 63 from an apparent suicide.
I want to help people. I want to learn about people. I want to help them with their troubles. That's what I do. But you suck at it. You don't even look at people when they're talking. I want to listen. I want to really listen to people.
Loneliness is a disease of the spirit. People who have it think that no one cares about them. When children are young, they're told not to talk to strangers. Then when they go to school, they're told not to talk to the person next to them. And finally, when they get to be very old, they're told not to talk to themselves. Who's left?
Yeah, there's a sadness, and then you have to go. There's also hope. I mean, a sadness, it's always like, yeah, you wish they hadn't happened, but they did. And the purpose is to make you different. If you're that depressed, reach out to someone. And remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
Yeah, I lost my mom. We were driving in a car. She was having an asthma attack. I didn't even know that. And when I tried to push her, be like, hey man, what the heck is happening, mom? When are you going to come back from the hospital? She never responded. That's the first time I found out what a dead body is. And we reached the hospital. They removed her from the car, my father and a few nurses. And I was like, okay, she looks like a wet spaghetti. I was 6 years old. Do you really think I live in a world that I have sympathy for me? No. In the beginning, the first day maybe. But then it was like, oh my God, we need to act extra careful. We need to play Minesweeper around this kid.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Be a man. Do you really think I could say I don't want to take out the trash because I'm sad? That would say, I heard Jim helps you with the depression. Pick up the trash.
You are technically correct.
You feel like nobody's there, despite my family being so close.
I've never been able to manifest a mutual friendship. Never even celebrated my birthday. I am meant to be lonely.
She got a boyfriend?
Yes!
And she on your home screen? You like that?
I only like that because she's one of the few people who actually talk to me.
Brutally alone. It's not fun. Like, I don't want to be in this position in my life. I really don't.
What did I do wrong, Maria? I didn't do anything wrong.
No, you're a disgusting cheater.
I cheated on you in your dreams.
With my sister.
It's not my fault.
I have not kissed a girl ever.
You want to kiss me?
Yes.
Take control.
I hate people in love. Why do they get to be happy and not me? Look at that. When is it my turn?
Because we the ones that go to sleep with nobody.
And then I moved to Holland, and then I had a new best friend. And guess what? This girl that I held for so many years with her baby, she was a baby mama, just a friend. I was respectful. When I broke up with my first girlfriend, she told me, if you keep crying like a fat, you will never get a girlfriend. That moment I realized, wow, no man would say that to me because we would fight. And that day I was like, God, bring me a normal woman. Because if this is the woman that we need to choose from, I prefer to stay alone the rest of my life.
That me?
Of course it's you.
Get a gun and me. As ugly as I am,
I ain't that ugly, am
No, that you are handsome. Why are you saying stuff like that?
I? Look at me. That's ugly.
Sit there and we just with one word, no, will crush someone. And the thing is, we don't have to do the part where you cross the room and you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball.
Nora Vincent has died by assisted suicide. She was a radical feminist who believed men lived on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue.
Ended up hating women because of how bad women would treat her. She couldn't understand why women had no sympathy, had no empathy towards her. She was a man with no status, and she couldn't understand why women didn't give a shit. And she ended up killing herself. Now,
it's a very sad story.
It is a sad story.
But it does paint a picture about the world that we already know.
About her gender.
Saying you gave us all the lines, like, try to get rid of us. I see it, and as a woman, I have such sympathy. I'm like, oh, I hate being this guy that you're trying to get rid of. You know?
Talking to a woman, Barbara seemed more open and friendly, and in the end, actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
So
Sorry for being bitchy.
The project was supposed to last 2 years and only lasted 1.5 years. And it's not that she started to hate women, but the whole idea why feminism are fighting men in specific way, she started realizing the whole social construct is such a disadvantage for men. I don't understand why we're fighting them so much.
Ned also went on about 30 dates with women, mostly arranging them on the internet.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely. Rarely.
It was just an
pretty
ordeal.
Unpleasant. Yeah.
And I know somebody's going to be like, she had a little mental health issue, so that's why the snippety sneep doesn't count. Okay.
Anytime you have a human being who is suffering in some way and they cannot find connection with another human being, they cannot find compassion with another human being, that person is going to feel isolated. And if you look at the statistics on suicide, it's very interesting. So the number one thing that correlates with male suicide is not depression, and this is super scary. There's one study I saw recently that suggests that 50% of men who kill themselves have no history or evidence of mental illness. And this, I believe the statistic in my clinical practice because I know what depression looks like. I know what bipolar disorder looks like. And half the men that I've worked with, at least, are not actually mentally ill. See, mental illness means a pathology of the mind, which means that the mind is malfunctioning. Most men that I work with, their mind isn't malfunctioning. They genuinely have a life that is no longer worth living. They're looking at things and objectively realizing that there's no way out of this situation. So they turn to suicide.
Do you see that? Kids are playing Minesweeper from the beginning. You can't react in any way because many things that you react naturally is going to be a bomb. You want to be part of a group? Well, you need to do a specific effort, but certain men close you down, certain lady tell you to speak in a specific way. But the difference is, if you go to the bands, you're going to a red pill metal movement. At least you can express yourself in an anger way. But on the other side, you can even express yourself.
Why did no one tell me that men just don't get told nice things, apparently? Today I told my boyfriend, hey, you're deserving of love. And he cried so hard he got a nosebleed on my new dress. I'm not mad about the dress. I'm not mad about that at all. I'm mad about the fact that in his 18 years of life, no one, not a single person has told this man that he's deserving of love? Are you f***ing shitting me?
And you would be surprised how many men have received a compliment. They can count them usually with one hand, even if they're in their 40s.
I love you.
Again.
I love you.
Because I can still remember a girl looking me in my ass and told me, you're smarter than I thought.
You feel like nobody's there, despite my family being so close.
I've never been able to manifest a mutual friendship. Never even celebrated my birthday. I am meant to be lonely.
She got a boyfriend?
Yes.
And she on your home screen? You like that?
I only like that because she's one of the few people who actually talk to me.
That's why I'm always grateful to my nephew. I reached that point when I was in Holland like 20 years ago. And he forced me to go out party with him because he was like, you can't stay there.
Jason, what do you have to say?
No, everyone needs a...
And then that is the night that he pulled me out and I met my wife. And you know what his advice was? Stop being you.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I'm like, what do you mean stop being me? He was like, you're too nice. You have to be the honest guy that you are with me when you play a game with me. You have to be confident in the way that you make your jokes. Just be you. And when I met my wife, that's what I did. I was honest. And normally a little disrespectful in a funny way. Microaggression that you're not allowed to do.
Bitch.
And that's how I got her. Because all the other girls were like, you're going to make somebody very, very happy because you're a good friend.
Alexa, remind me that I don't need a man and men are useless. When should I remind you? Every damn day.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
Alexa, remind me I don't need a woman. That's bigotry, misogyny. I will call FBI, open up!
Male comedians are magicians in this way, how they take their pain and airbrush it into something laughable. Hee ha ha, joke about a failed suicide. The crowd laughs, the curtains close, the comedian drinks all the way home. A man's tears are just funny that way. Funny how we can joke about a man's misery, but nobody taught the boy to cry. But they taught him how to fight.
You shouldn't have to beg someone to love you. You shouldn't have to beg someone to care. You shouldn't have to beg someone to try. You shouldn't have to beg someone to talk to you. And you shouldn't have to beg someone to put you first. If they wanted to, they would. Don't let people become a priority in life when all you ever was an option.
And all I wanted to say, now you're surprised that a lot of men do weird, funny stuff?
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Like I seen a guy's having a mom.
Men are sleepy, they sneak themselves so long, nobody freaking cares.
Why do you love me?
I've been through a lot, and you never see me for what I've been through. You know, you see me for the best that I give to the world and I give to my family. And when everything starts to weigh on me, you kind of, you breathe life back into me.
So ladies and gentlemen, as a person that lost his mom at a very young age, I think you can understand why I might have tried to make this video.
Red flag that I seen a guy's having a mom and even worse having a sister.
Because I don't think she realized how evil the thing is that she said. And I think that's the issue that we have right now in society. I have reached a point that I live now in a society that people have been telling me that men deserve to suffer. And it made even my ex-feminist wife realize, hey, maybe my sons have now a disadvantage and I might have participated.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Turlo que ta verde ta welcome.